Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing this halo smoky eye. It's really full glam and perfect for a night out. So if you want to see how I did this look, just keep watching. I always like to start out by priming my lids with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. It really helps to even out any discoloration on my lids and acts as a good base for my eyeshadow. Now I'm using Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee, my Holy Grail transition shade, and just blending that into my crease. Here I'm using some tape just to create a nice clean outline for my eyeshadow, and you don't have to worry about going too far over, and when you take it off it's just like this perfect line of eyeshadow. Here I'm taking Cashmere Bunny from the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette and just deepening up the crease a little bit more, and I'm going to build up until we get a nice halo smoky eye. Then I'm taking one shade darker than that and going in the outer corners to the inner corner, just avoiding the center and keeping that really clean for the glitter we're going to add later. Now I'm taking Chocolate Martini from that palette and using that to deepen up the outer corner and the inner corner. That shade is just the most perfect neutral brown to deepen up any look. I've been using it for the past 3 years and it's just my favorite brown eyeshadow. Now I'm taking Cypress Umber and just going in the outer corner and the inner corner to create the darkness that we want to kind of enhance that glitter shade in the middle. Now I'm just taking Makeup Geek's Badabing and going into that lower lash line and just deepening up that inner corner just like we did on the top, because we're going to put glitter on the middle of the lid on the bottom as well later on. Now for the part we've all been waiting for, I'm taking the Lit Cosmetics glitter glue and just getting a little bit of that glue on the brush, not too much, and then dabbing a little bit of that glitter onto the brush and then applying it to my lid very slowly. You can always build this up, so just add a little bit so it's not too chunky in one part and then too thin on another part. What I like to do after I've applied the glitter is take a Q-tip and just run it along the lash line to pick up any of that excess glitter that might be chunky and keep your eyeliner from gliding on smoother later. Now I'm just filling in any gaps that we have in our liner and just lining my eyes like normal. Now I'm going along the edge of the tape and creating the outline of our wing and just connecting that to our line on our lash line. How many times have I just said line? Anyway, now I'm thickening up the wing, making sure it's even on the other side as well. Make sure it's lining up, everything like that. This really takes me about 4 minutes to kind of get the right angle and everything. Now I'm taking this Tom Ford black eyeshadow from the Titanium Smoke palette. It could be any black eyeshadow, but this is my absolute favorite because it's so intense, it's so black, and it just makes my liner look extra matte and black. And I really like doing this because if you haven't created a straight liner, this just covers it completely and you can't even tell if there's any uneven lines in your liner. And I'm also using this on the inner and outer corner to create sort of more depth and dimension, and it just helps everything come together. I'm also taking this up into the crease and blending it and creating more of a smoky look, and then I'm blending it out with the eyeshadow brush that we used for the brown eyeshadow earlier. This is why I like to do my eyes first, because this eyeshadow has so much fallout that I just wash my face after this, so you don't have to worry about getting your foundation all black. I'm also using some of that black eyeshadow on my lower lash line just to bring everything together to kind of connect that top liner to the bottom. Applying the Lit Cosmetics glitter glue to my lower lash line and just dipping my brush in the Beach Baby glitter. It's so pretty. It's like this goldish, silverish, I would say it's kind of like a platinum gold color. I really like it. Now I'm taking Primavera, it's that nice goldish light highlight shade, and just blending in the glitter with the rest of my eyeshadow so it doesn't look like you just have glitter in the center of your lid without it looking blended. I always like to comb out my eyelashes before I curl my lashes, and it just helps them to kind of all get in the right direction that I want them to, so it's not like they're all going out. We want them to go straight up so that our mascara applies more evenly and it's easier to get those tiny lashes that you might have missed if you didn't comb out your lashes before. Now I'm using my Velour lash glue. Oh my gosh, it's so much better than Duo. Duo took like 4 minutes to dry, and then sometimes you would get it crooked on your lash line and then you have to do it all over again. This lash glue, it's really easy to apply. You just apply a thin layer and dry it for about a minute. And since it's black, I don't have to worry about having that awkward random piece of white glue that I used to have from the Duo glue. And so now I'm combing out my lashes just to get any clumps out. It really helps your lashes to blend with your false lashes because you don't have that really clumpy look under your false lashes. Now my lashes are dry, so I can just apply them to the outer corner first, making sure that they are as close to my lash line as possible and bringing them into the inner corner. And then I like to take a mascara wand, the end of a mascara wand, and press down the lash band to make sure it's adhered in every area of the lash. Now for my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in chocolate. It's my favorite way to do my brows. I've tried the Brow Wiz, I've tried the Brow Definer. I like the Brow Wiz second to this, and I really don't like the Brow Definer as much as I like this. When I use a pencil, it kind of makes them a little bit too bushy, and I always find I have to clean up with a Q-tip to make them sharp. Anyway, this is just my favorite way to do it. You get like the nicest hair-like strokes, and I feel like it just looks the best on me. So I'm just combing out the pomade because it dries really quickly, so you have to be careful with that. It really does last a long time. I've never had any issues with this coming off or smudging, so this is pretty bulletproof. I'm using the Benefit BROWtones in light medium, and what this product is designed to do is to sort of give your brows that naturally sort of lightened by the sun look. And now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and just priming my face with that. Now I'm using my Candy Lips Lip Plumper in the Licorice model, and this just helps to give a little bit of extra boost to your lips so that your liquid lipstick or whatever lipstick you apply goes on without any wrinkles. And now I'm just using my Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow just to add a nice glow underneath my foundation. You can also use this mixed in with your foundation, but I like to do it before. It's just simpler for me. And next I'm dotting my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium underneath my eyes, and also on my forehead, my nose, my chin, anywhere that I need extra concealing. I'm just using that to conceal. For foundation, I dotted on the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Vanilla, and I am just applying that to the places where I need the most coverage since we already applied the concealer over the spots we needed concealing. Now I'm taking my Tom Ford Shade Illuminate palette and taking the contour shade on the first portion of my cheekbone, so I'm not going any further towards my cheek because I want to keep this really nice and far back and not muddy on my cheek in any way. Now I'm contouring my nose, just drawing two lines in sort of a V shape, but then going around the tip of my nose, as you can see, so that the skinniest part is in the very bridge of my nose, and this just creates the most natural contour as opposed to doing two straight lines down the bridge of your nose. I think everybody should try to figure out the best nose contour for them and just try to keep away from just doing those two straight lines. What I like to do when I'm going full glam is to use a cream contour as a base to sort of grip on to my powder highlighter that I'm going to use later, and I like to go on the cupid's bow, the chin, the bridge of the nose, all the high points of the face, and I'm going over with Champagne Pop. When you're using a lot of highlighter, I like to keep the most concentrated amount of highlighter on about that 1-inch portion of my cheekbone that you can see right there, so that it kind of fades out as it gets on your cheek and then on your temples, sort of. Now I'm using the Soap and Glory Retouch powder and just going on the tip of my nose, any places we don't want to get oily, your forehead, your chin. And now I'm using the Lash Food Brow Tint in Brunette, and then I'm priming my brows with the Anastasia Brow Primer. It's basically a brow wax, and this just helps to make everything look super sleek. Your brows will look super on fleek, and then I just comb them out and sort of press them down. This is my favorite lip liner of all time. It's the Kylie Cosmetics Exposed lip liner, and I'm running out and it's breaking and it's a disaster and I need to get a new one. So I'm just lining my lips with that. It's the most unique nude peach color that I've ever come across. I don't have another lip liner like this one. I highly recommend it. Now I'm taking Ginger and Exposed and mixing them together on my lips. You can do this by just applying the color to your lips really quickly so they don't dry down, and then going in immediately and blending it out with your finger. I'm using Charlotte Tilbury's blush in First Love. It's the most perfect neutral shade. It goes with any eye look, any lip look. I highly recommend it. I like to apply this pretty much everywhere on my face to sort of blend everything together so it's not just two pink cheeks and nothing else. And we are done! Thank you so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.